Hi guys, it's Debbie, and today I would like to speak about Wonder, the new box office hit directed by Steven Chbosky and starring Jacob Tremblay, Julia Roberts and Owen Wilson. Wonder is based on a novel of the same name written by R.J. Palacio and follows the story of Oggy, a child which, due to a rare medical condition and numerous surgeries, has distinctive facial features. And although his family has taught him to never be ashamed of himself, he always prefers to avoid showing his face or interacting with people. For example, he often hides under a huge astronaut helmet. The film picks up from the moment in which he is enrolled in school, which is understandably a very challenging situation both for him and his family. The plot doesn't only follow this experience from Oggy's point of view, but it also shows the perspective of everybody around him. His family, which has always taught him to be proud of himself, but which has also tried to shield him as much as possible from society's inappropriate thoughts and comments, and fears that he will struggle in this new environment. We get to know the thoughts of his new friends, which discover that there's much more to Oggy than what meets the eye. We meet his teachers, which try to help people overcome nasty preconceptions. The film also shows how children will always be curious, how they will always point things out loud. They will make remarks upon things they consider different. But all the actual hate comments Oggy receives do not naturally derive from them, as children are not born with hateful or mean ideas in their mind, but these are rather behaviours they learn from the adults around them. Wonder is a good film. It covers a touching story, as Oggy is the perfect example of an exceptional person. He is good at heart, always willing to be helpful and kind. He is talented, he's fun. I loved how many elements of his imagination were brought to life, making his heroes always be by his side. This film has some pretty impressive acting, especially from Jacob Tremblay, which had already amazed me in Room, making him one of the best child actors working at the moment. I also found Julia Roberts' performance really good. I loved how she really felt like a mother. We really feel the weight of everything she has had to go through, everything she has heard over the years. But at the same time, this is not a film I would pick to watch again. I understand the importance of the themes. I loved Oggy and how he was an incredible example of joy and childhood innocence. But there were many flaws in the film, and certain topics could have been introduced in a much better manner, making the whole concept way more realistic and thought-provoking. For example, in one scene, we are shown how a bully's actions derive from his parents' hateful comments towards Oggy. And this is a very important concept and a reflection upon the domino effect and upon how I was mentioning before, children are not born with hateful comments in their mind. But the acting on behalf of the parents was so poor, with such unrealistic lines, that it totally ruined the whole concept, making it nearly a comedic scene, as if calling a child a freak or photoshopping him out of a photo is a fun situation. And many other scenes were just lost in cliches and very simple lines. I wanted to enjoy this film completely. I wanted to walk away with a lot of food for thought. I wish I could say I loved it, but I ended up just thinking this film is okay. I think this film would be incredibly effective if shown to younger audiences, especially in schools, because usually your adolescence is the moment in which you don't totally grasp the consequences of your actions, the domino effect of certain behaviours, how much some words can hurt. Everything is just a big game and you don't reflect upon the weight of what you do or what you say. So I think watching Wonder could be a great inspiration for children. If I have to be honest, I preferred watching The Perks of Being a Wallflower, a film by the same director which follows another tough situation of a teenager dealing with severe depression, anxiety, and which is thrown into the tough environment of high school. Although The Perks of Being a Wallflower has often been labelled as an artsy alternative film, I found it darker, realistic, it offers a ton of food for thought, and it sticks with us for a very long time. I know Wonder shows a completely different environment with completely different characters, starting from the fact that it's not set in high school. But in general, I nearly felt as if Oggy's situation, which is representing a whole community, did not receive half the importance. Let me know what you thought about Wonder with a comment here below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe for movie related content and much more. See you soon. Bye.